You're not broke because you don't make enough money. You're broke because your money isn't working for you. This is the secret the rich learn early and schools rarely teach. How compound interest quietly builds massive wealth even while you sleep. In this video, we're breaking down compound interest. What it is, why it's more powerful than most people realize, and how you can start using it today to completely change your financial future. And if you think it's boring math stuff, trust me, this is the cheat code to wealth. You'll want to stick around for the real magic most people miss. Alright, imagine this. You're 18 years old, you decide to invest just $100 a month. That's like skipping a couple of fast food meals. You stick with it until you're 30, so that's 12 years. Then you stop investing completely. You don't touch it again, but you leave it alone, growing. Now your friend starts investing $100 a month too, but they wait until they're 30 to start. And they invest every single month from 30 until they're 60. So who ends up with more money at age 60? And the answer is you, the one who only invested for 12 years and then stopped, even though the other guy invested for 30 years. How is that possible? Compound interest. And that's what Albert Einstein said. He said, "He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it." Compound interest is when the interest you earn starts earning its own interest. It's earning on top of interest. It's interest on top of interest. So instead of just growing in a straight line, your money grows like a snowball rolling down a hill. It gets bigger and faster the longer it rolls. Let's say you invest $1,000 in a fund that earns 10% per year. Year 1, you earn $100. Year 2, now you're earning interest on $1,100. So you earn $110. Year 3, you earn $121. That difference might seem small at first, but after 20 or 30 or 40 years, the numbers get wild. Let's throw in some real numbers. If you invest 10k at 10% annual return and never touch it again, in 10 years you'll have 25k, in 20 years you'll have 67k, and in 50 years you'll have $1 million. You put in 10 grand once and over time it turns into $1 million. That's the power of compound interest. But here's the thing, most people don't use this, and if they do, they start too late. Why? Because compound interest doesn't seem exciting at first. The first few years feel slow, it's like watching paint dry. But compound interest is like a rocket. It takes most of its energy just to lift off the ground. But once it's flying, it goes fast. The problem is most people quit before it even lifts off. They say, "I've been investing for 5 years and I've only earned a few $100. But they don't realize that the real money comes later, when it starts snowballing. Let's go back to that story at the beginning. You invested $100 from age 18 to 30. That's 12 years. You invested 14 grand total. Your friend invested $100 a month from age 30 to 60. That's 30 years. So they invested 36 grand total. But by age 60, you end up with over 1 million and your friend ends up with around 700k. Why? Because you gave your money more time to grow. And that's the magic ingredient. Time. Compound interest is a lot like planting a tree. You don't dig it up after a year and say, "Why isn't this an apple tree yet?" You water it, you wait, and you let it grow. So the earlier you start, the better. And no, it's not just for the rich. You don't need thousands of dollars lying around. You can start with as little as $50 a month. Let's say you're 20 and you invest $50 a month into an index fund that returns 10% per year. By the time you're 60, you'll have over 300k just from that small monthly habit. But let's say you wait until you're 30, you'll only end up with 113k. That 10-year delay cost you nearly 200k. Every year you wait to start is like turning off the compounding machine for 365 days. And it doesn't forgive you, it doesn't wait, it just keeps rolling. Now let's flip the coin. Let's say instead of earning compound interest, you're paying it. Credit cards, student loans, car loans. Those are examples of negative compounding. The longer you wait to pay, the more it costs you. That same 10 grand at 20% credit card interest, in 5 years it grows to over 26k if you make no payments. That's you getting snowballed. So if you're in debt, compound interest is your worst enemy. And if you're investing, it's your best friend. This brings us to the big challenge most people face. They either don't start or they don't stay consistent. They get overwhelmed. Where do I invest? What if the market crashes? What if I lose money? Here's the thing. The stock market has gone up on average about 10% per year for the last 100 years. That includes wars, crashes, pandemics, recessions, everything. Long term, the market recovers and grows. In fact, missing just the 10 best days in the market over 20 years can cut your returns in half. That's why trying to time the market usually backfires. The smart move is to stay in, keep investing, and don't panic. Let's say you're scared of investing in stock. Cool, there are low risk options too. Bonds, high yield savings accounts, CDs, they compound too. Just slower. But slower is still better than nothing. The point isn't to get rich fast, it's to get rich eventually, with way less effort than you think. And for those saying, "But I'm already 35, is it too late?" It's not too late. Let's say you're 35 and you start investing $500 a month for the next 30 years. At a 10% return, you'll still retire with over $1.1 million. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the second best time is today. Compound interest is one of the most powerful forces in the financial world. It rewards the patient, the consistent, and the early starters, and it punishes the impulsive, the late, and the debt-ridden. To build wealth, you need to start as early as possible, stay consistent even if the amount is small, reinvest your earnings, and be patient. Avoid debt like it's a fire. Your future self is already hoping you hit play on this strategy. Let your money grow while you live your life.